voters know that at stake in this race we have dramatic underassessment of corporate skyscrapers downtown. We have dramatic overassessment of millions of people in Cook County. We have the center of pay to play, and we have the future of the Democratic Party in Cook County. And people are done with Joe Barrios, and they're done with the assessor, and this is a historic race. The voters are with us. That's why we've got 4 members of Congress. We have David Orr, Chuy Garcia, Our Revolution, Illinois. And it's going to be so exciting because this is an executive office where we can make this process more transparent, less regressive, more fair, and extirpate the influence of politics in the way people's assessments are valued from this office, because we're not taking donations from that industry. And it's going to be historic, and we don't need a new law to do any of that. So I will leave it with that. We got a lot going on. It's a fun race.
And we're going to have a phone bank soon, so we hope you all will come.
And this is a fun race to phone bank. People love to talk about these issues. Inequality, social justice, corruption, the future of the Democratic Party, all rolled up in the property tax bill.
Thank you. All right, we're wrapping things up, but before we go, we have some closing remarks from my sister in the fight, fellow board member of Our Revolution, Illinois, Rebecca Abraham.
So I have a lot of paper because I kept changing my talk because everybody was really inspirational, so I kept redrafting. Thank you everyone for coming. It's awesome that you're here, and I want to thank the candidates and the candidate staff that came to talk to everybody tonight. I also want to give a special shout out to Carl Rosen and the UE for letting us always use your fantastic space. Thank you so much. We'll continue to be using this space fairly often for a while, so thank you. So who I am. So I'm Rebecca. I'm on the board of Our Revolution, and I want to really quickly kind of give my bio data so you guys know who I am and why I do this work and why you should and can do this work as well. I'm a mom of 2, and I'm a nurse. I was an ICU nurse, and now I'm a case management quality nurse, which means I read a lot of people's charts, which includes a lot of tragedy. And I saw a lot of tragedy in the ICU. I was born on the south side on 79th and Central Park in an apartment next to freight train railroad tracks, and we had giant rats in our house, this big. My family was working class. My dad is the grandson of stockyard workers, and my mother comes from a family of railroad workers. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad fought his way up through luck. I want to make that clear, not bootstraps, luck, into the insurance business. Through luck, again, luck, with taste of poverty here and there, we did move to the 3rd Congressional District in Oak Lawn, where I grew up. We had dashes with poverty. My dad was at the will of the corporations and would often get fired. We were on the verge of homelessness oftentimes, and through luck, I had private loans that I'm still paying today. I was able to become a nurse, and through luck, I ended up marrying a doctor. No bootstraps, because I didn't have any. All luck. I have friends and colleagues and former students that were just as smart as me, if not smarter, and just as hardworking, who haven't had the luck I've had. And that's why I work so hard doing this, because I'm tired of seeing food insecure, like I get teary-eyed, food insecure children, like I was as a child, in parks today in Niles, and on the south side when I visit. I'm tired every single night reading charts where people have frostbite from their outdoor jobs because they didn't want to tell their boss they were cold. They have lost limbs because of these bullshit corporations. Yeah. And I'm tired of people dying from being poor. Not dying because they didn't take care of themselves, dying because there are no resources and there's no doctors that take Medicaid, and our whole system's fucked. I don't think I can say fuck, and I just did. And that's why I do this work, because I'm tired, and you're tired too, and that's why we have to do this progressive work, because the 1% is never going to give up their power, and neither are the corporations, and they are going to keep fueling sexism and racism and classism until we have nothing left, and they're just pitting all working people against each other. And that's all working people, from the upper middle class to the lower middle class to everyone in between and above and below. The 1% is making us fight each other over nonsense, and I'm sick of it. So it is vital that we continue to organize, and that everyone in this room talks to everyone and brings friends in. And we have to out-organize them, and we have to out-call them, and we have to out-knock on doors, and talk to everyone. Talk to Uber drivers, talk to servers at restaurants, talk to strangers while waiting for the bus. I talked to everybody. I made my OB, who was a hardcore Republican, into a Bernie Sanders voter during 9 months of checkups. So it just takes talking to friends, neighbors, anyone, and bring them. 100 years ago, workers were being shit on in the same way, and people fought and they died for lunch breaks and weekends. And we have to continue to do what Chicago is built on, is workers' rights and fighting for that. And I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be work, but it's worth it. And because look at what you get if you get progressive policy and progressive